Cocksuckers!
Cocksuckers!
This is a new song I'm working on.
It's a great song. It's for Sync.
It's like, for like Hunters season 4 or whatever. Oh, they killed that show's done, but
How to tell when someone's new to Sync. I'm thinking this would be a really good song for a brand. Cocksuckers!
totally. Cocksuckers.
It might be good for a Sandler movie or something. Could work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Probably won't get resynced.
Wasn't there a John Cena movie called Cock Blockers, but they couldn't call it Cock Blockers on? It's just called Blockers, and there was a silhouette of it wasn't a penis, it was a rooster, a cock, if you will.
It was exactly what it was. It was like a rooster with blockers.
Yeah, so cock blockers.
Like, nobody knows what that means.
Well, it's so funny that they couldn't use the word cock, but they had to use this silhouette of a chicken to symbolize it. It's fucking dumb.
Well, and I mean, ostensibly, the whole point of that is so that, right? I mean, ostensibly, the point of it is not that adults get it.
Yeah.
It's that you don't offend children or that kids don't see it. But kids are they're much more visually oriented towards like emoji.
Yeah.
So like kids would get it far quicker than like some 50-year-old would be like, chicken blockers? That doesn't make any sense at all. I don't understand. Welcome to 2 Shots and a Royalty Check, brought to you by Venmo, your money, your move, and Liquid Death, murder your thirst. Let's get back into it. But like a kid would be like, Dad, that's cock blockers.
Cock blockers.
It's just all of those things, the euphemisms to keep us a puritanical society just always piss me off. Cheese and rice instead of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Like, oh shucks.
Yeah.
Those son of a biscuit. I know what you were going to say. Just say it. You're not going to hell.
I like to take the Ron Burgundy approach to things. Instead of saying "holy shit," I'll say "by the beard of Zeus," or something like that. The sweet Lincoln's mullet, that kind of thing. I've enjoyed those lately. And
for the longest time, I used to say, "What in the Britney Spears is going on here?" Like I did use that one.
Aww.
What in the Britney Spears are you talking about?
That's okay. We'll allow it. So,
that's when you know you're pretty good in society, though, when someone uses you as a cuss word.
Yeah. What in the Charlie Sheen is going on here?
I mean, they do it to me. Please don't St. James this. I have an idea for you. And I don't know what that is in place of. Like, please don't fuck this up. Please don't kill this. Please don't make fun of it just yet. Or
no,
do
it might be
what Michael does,
Let me tell you all the reasons you're wrong about this is really...
Okay. Yeah, that is. Oh, I thought you were going to do it. I thought you were going to St. James me.
Let me tell you all the reasons you're wrong about this.
Let me tell you.
Mm-hmm. You silly beaver.
I have a few ideas. Do you have a take on this? I do. I really do.
I've been talking about it for years because I used to preface, like when I was going to, quote unquote, St. James something, I would say, here's the thing. And then I started saying, I'm Stu Miller, and here's the thing. And so I've just decided at some point in time, I'm going to start a micro podcast. It's called I'm Stu Miller, and here's the thing. Just called Here's the Thing with Stu Miller. And it's just basically going to be my rant about dumb shit that happened that day.
Well, that is one of the podcasts I would probably launch this year is The Future Sucks Right Now.
Oh, very nice.
And that is basically my daily rant. Here's what grinds my gears,
It's amazing.
Here's what really grinds my gears. It's just Lindsay Lohan. If anybody's seen that episode, it's pretty good.
I mean,
Did you ever see Cock Blockers?
I didn't watch it. I am a massive John Cena fan. I mean, I've yet to be able to find him in any photos, but I don't know if you know that.
What do you mean in any photos? Like
there's a meme like about him not really being I don't quite understand it, but there'll be a photo of John Cena and there's nothing there. It's like I don't quite understand that thing. I'm gonna need you to Google that shit for me and figure out. Will you St. James that for me and tell me why I'm wrong?
Here's the thing. I'm Stu Miller, and here's the thing. I can't find John Cena in these photos. What that's like a meme is that John Cena is in a
like
photo that he's not in.
Yeah, like he's like they'll show a photo. This is a most recent photo of John Cena, and there's nothing in it, or something like that. John Cena.
Okay, I can tell you. John Cena's "You Can't See Me" catchphrase, which was from his wrestling days.
Fuck, I forgot about that. Thank you.
It became one of the most quotable in wrestling, alongside other iconic catchphrases like "Rest in peace" and "If you smell what the Rock is cooking."
Yep.
That sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And so it's playfully taunting his opponents, and that's where it came from.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. I knew it was something to do with something that I couldn't remember.
Well, yeah, if you're not up on all the WWE like things.
I used to watch that shit obsessively. Like I watched
stories.
It was with my programs, No, I was a massive fan of the WWE or the WWF before the World Wildlife Foundation says we can't fucking save these pandas if you assholes keep spearing and pile driving them, but even like the fucking what was the
in what days? Who was your wrestler? Who was going when you were doing it?
The end of my viewing of it was Cena and The Rock and all that kind of stuff. But it was. I mean, for me, it was Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan. Like that kind of shit. And
back in the day. Yeah.
I still think Macho Man Randy Savage might have been the fucking greatest wrestling character in the history of. Yeah. Like that's a lot of cocaine.
Elizabeth.
The amount of cocaine that man did. I mean, he had about 4 drops of blood in his blowstream. I mean, it just there was, and the amount that those guys were oiled up and sweating, it's insane. I
think the last time I was watching was I was living with some guys in an apartment, and by that I mean like 5 guys in a 1-bedroom apartment, and we would rip bongs and watch Goldberg.
Fuck yeah. His son just, he's going to see you, I guess. Goldberg's kid, yeah. Yeah.
I met him. He's just a lovely guy.
Oh, I've heard that about a lot of those guys.
Yeah, he's just so lovely. Like timid. He's the kind of, I don't think I ever met someone like a professional athlete who does the hand over shake. They shake your hand and then give you the Clinton overhand.
The extra?
The left hand on top of it.
A little squishy.
Yeah, it's really nice to meet you. That kind of thing.
Oh, I love that.
He was taking the time. He didn't do the whole, slap your hand really quick and fuck, yeah, thanks for watching. No, he was very, it was actually at sort of an industry thing. So,
no.
He didn't have the persona on.
Yeah.
But he was just, he was lovely. Not too drunk, had a few drinks in him, a little loose, but very nice, laughing. Yeah, he was great. So kids, do meet your heroes.
Yeah, some of them absolutely. Some of them do not. You look like you've gotten some rest recently. How's Cat? Let's get to Cat Watch 2024.
Catwatch 2024. Catwatch is going okay.
Okay.
It's partially because the weather is changing and the time is changing.
Yes.
So, 5:30 is becoming closer to 6 o'clock. 4:30 became closer to 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so, that's okay. I think there's also been a lot of stress in the house, and so I'm doing a bunch of things on my side of things, and so the cats are sort of in another place, and they're sleeping a little bit more in the evening. But I started doing this thing where I was basically sleeping on the couch until 3 a.m. and then going into bed.
Yeah.
To keep the boy kitty kind of near me.
Yeah.
And not freaking out and meowing.
Meowing.
That part has worked. Although last night we went to a very nice dinner, a very nice Italian restaurant.
Yes.
And it's weird because I do go out, not as often as some would like, but I don't really go out to, we go to restaurants or whatever, but I love to cook. We eat most of our meals, I cook them. And so going to like a really rich Italian restaurant, and it was a fantastic dinner and like a lot of red wine and all of that. And I'm just like, last night, I mean, I only ate half of it. It was like pappardelle bolognese.
Oh, nice.
Super fantastic. Really good. Thank you, Angelos, for having us. But it was fantastic. But god damn, restaurant food is so rich.
Oh, yeah.
Like the rest of the night, I was just like, oh my God, how much did I eat? And I still have leftovers. I'm like, good Lord, how do people eat like this all the time?
I don't know. I went out with a friend for some Italian food recently too, and it was really good. And we had good wine and great conversation. And but you know, they got some like vodka pasta thing, and I got gnocchi. And by the end of it, and we got an appetizer of some like breads and, you know, delicious cheeses, but you know, I don't eat that much stuff like that anymore. No. Just you know, like out of choice. Like, you know, like there's ways to like that I like to eat, so I don't feel like total asshole the next day or that even that day, you know, because what you eat does affect how you perform as a human machine. And it's just like the amount of, not just the intensity of the food, like you were saying, the richness. You're like, how much did I fucking eat? Because it feels like you ate an entire like chunk of, you know, just raw uncooked pasta and just shoved it on. And
probably a stick of butter.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't cook with that much butter. I'm more of an olive oil guy. So,
ooh, I got gifted some really good olive oil, some Greek olive oil recently. That's very, very, very good.
Is it just like dirty virgin, or is it that extra virgin?
I don't even know, but it's from like a vineyard. I'm waiting for them to come up with the extra slutty virgin, slutty olive oil. We
did have oysters though, like. Yeah, I was like, well, here's my rule when I go out to eat, because I do cook, like I cook really good meals. I eat a lot of salmon, chicken, you know, and I like try to make a few vegetarian meals a week and stuff. But but my rule when I go out is I don't order something that I normally could make.
Yes, I agree with that.
I could probably make it if I put everything together.
Do some research.
Like I try to order something like if it's handmade big pasta, I don't really eat that. I may regular spaghetti pasta or like angel hair or something, but I don't really eat that kind of pasta. So I'll do that.
Yeah.
I don't really make meatballs. And so
well, you sir are missing out.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
I've always thought meatballs are just like a ripoff, like you just put together like a hamburger thing. But I mean, when you get a great one, you know, you're like, oh, that's okay, I get it.
Yeah,
that's pretty damn good.
My ex-wife, my first ex-wife, I have two of those. Drink. They're Italian, and they have a meatball recipe that is absolutely fucking amazing. And sidebar, my boy really loves the Subway meatball sandwich because it's one of the only all beef meatballs that they're out there that he can eat, because he does not eat the pig. Pigs are his favorite animal. Well, they just changed their recipe. It's now half pork, half beef. And he was like, he's like, I'd like a meatball. And he read the thing and he just went, fuck, I'll have steak. Anyway.
So he doesn't eat pork because he loves pigs.
Exactly. Since he was about 3 years old, he's.
Did he see Babe or something?
I don't know what it was. Okay, so he had like one of the first stuffies that he loved was a pig, and you know, to the point like this pig is a dilapidated. Was pink, now is brown. I think at some point in time when he was teething, he gnawed all of the fur off the ears, kind of thing. and he has a backup of this pig that's like the twin that I think just sits in the closet. But he's got one that's just, I mean, this thing smells like fucking hell, you know, and still is in his. I mean, I still have my teddy bear from when I was a kid, missing one eye. It's fucking in the closet over there.
Sure.
So he just doesn't eat the pig stuff. So
that's interesting. I wonder if that is like true across a lot of people. I mean, I don't eat elephant because I had a little baby elephant when I was a kid.
Yeah, I had a little baby.
Not a real one.
Yeah, I refuse to eat turtle meat because, or like something like really exotic. Platypus isn't for me because
because at 4 years old I had little Petey the platypus.
Petey the platypus was my bestest friend in the world.
I do love elephants though.
I do too.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's like a societal thing. I wonder. That's interesting.
Yeah. So
sorry. We had regular oysters and on the half shell, and then also charbroiled, which were. It was crazy. The ones on the half shell, the regular ones, with the Meunier sauce and all the rest of it, like they were just. You taste the sea, and it's kind of fantastic. Yeah. The charbroiled ones brought out the oyster taste in it. It was kind of weird.
I'm not an oyster
and it was
fan.
Like fishy, which I'm always concerned when I eat fish and it smells and it tastes like fish. Because it's like watching all those shows on Food Network, and they're like, you don't want it to smell like fish or taste like fish. I'm like, why are we getting fish?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you want it to taste like the sea, and I'm like. You mean like coughing up salt water? I don't know what you're talking about, man. Bourdain? God damn it.
Yeah.
But now I do understand what they mean.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a lovely shrimp and something that tastes and smells like shrimp. You just got to go through it. You just got to know what that means. I can't explain it to you.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean by that. Absolutely.
Or a lovely piece of, pan-seared cod. And then something that smells and tastes like cod.
Yeah. I do like a good seafood. The Italian meal thing is like, I don't think I could do it all the time. However, we did find out that when we were over having dinner that this place does like a fucking wicked happy hour, and like all their wine is like half off on a Tuesday. And it's that weird thing where they're like, it's only between 2 and 6 p.m. all bottles of wine are half off, and it's like, well, the pair of us are fucking self-employed, so when we're gonna come over and we're gonna murder a couple of your really good bottles of wine.
Dude, the exact same thing happened. So we went kind of early, and so he was like, there's 20 minutes left on the happy hour. If you want to get this wine or these oysters.
4 bottles. 4 bottles of this now.
And we were going to get the oysters anyways. I was like, okay, great. Yeah, we'll get that.
Totally.
Great. I'm down for a deal. And so when I get I'm not stupid, Yeah. So when I get the bill, and, we drank all night, took a car and did all that. So we had multiple things of wine.
Yeah.
And
Good.
So when I look at the bill, I wanted to see, okay, well, how much do we save on the happy hour stuff? Because I just sort of assumed it's half off or quite a bit of a deal. No. It was like the glass of red wine in happy hour was $11.
Oh.
The glass of red wine over the evening was $12.
Only
I was like, it's $1 off for happy hour? That's not a happy hour.
No,
that's not even. I'm not even chagrined.
That is a slight crack, a smile.
I'm not even appeased. It's much less happy.
Yeah, exactly. This chair has slightly less cushioning now.
Here's another fun thing. At the end of the bill, there was a 3.5% surcharge
for the.
And it just said surcharge. I was like, oh, okay.
Did you ask him what it was for?
Yes, and he showed me on the menu where it said, and this is to put more money into the back kitchen, to pay more money in the back kitchen while keeping the menu prices low enough for value. And I was like, I swear to God, I was like, I'm going to go back and ask them.
Yeah.
Do you get that $3.50?
Yeah. Do you get that 3.5%? Have you guys received a 3.5% cost of living raise back here?
Do you know that they're ticking off 3.5% on everybody for that?
Here's the thing. I'm Stu Miller, and here's the thing. Why not just if you raise the prices by 3.5% on all the menu items and then just do away with that? People aren't going to be confused. To keep value low is a pile of bullshit.
It totally is.
Yeah.
These were all $30, $40 plates too. I mean, like this is a nice restaurant. It's I'm not flexing. There's plenty of more expensive restaurants, but it it was in line with a nice restaurant. Like I said, glasses of wine were, $12 to $15, and
Yeah.
And so I was like, it's not like they really did keep their menu prices that
Yeah.
low, and they're certainly not taking it out of you on happy hour with $1 off.
Yeah, and also, like, I mean, at the other side of it, it's like I don't mind paying for kitchen staff. Give them a pay raise, raise the prices. I don't give a shit. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But to have this, like, it's this shine me on. Like, I'm showing you right here how I am magnanimously taking care of my staff. It's like I don't need to fucking know
at
that.
least they're proclaiming to.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in that way, I kind of don't feel like, if I mean, of course I do this all the time. Then I start thinking, okay, how many tables are in here? How many plates were sold? What's that 350? What's that 3.5% over the night? Mm-hmm. And what would that be equivalent to the kitchen staff in the back of maybe 6, maybe 2 dishwashers, 2 sous chefs, blah, blah. And I'm like, what would that be equivalent to? And I'm doing the thing in my head. I'm like, that's like an extra $2,000 a night, at least.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Like on, average bill is probably about $200 or something.
Yeah.
And so I was like, just sitting there, I was like, well, let's see, what would that be? I was like, so for 6 people in the back, are they making the $2,000? Are you guys all getting $300 extra tonight? I doubt it.
Yeah, exactly.
No. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's all fucking scam, this country. God damn it.
So you went there last night. You went to this fancy Italian place last night.
Yes, it did.
I went to a big rock show.
Oh.
I went on late, probably like late summer last year, August of last year. Chris, my bestest friend in the world, Mr. Childress, one of the finest guitar players on the planet, got us.
I like Chris.
Yep. He gifted us.
That was Megadeth, everyone.
That was Train of Consequences. But that was not
where inside joke with Childress and I, because we thought Grace Potter was going to break out Train of Consequences.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
she didn't.
She did not. She did not do that at the show. So Chris gifted us a VIP experience to see Extreme in Living Color. It was Extreme's new big rock record.
Extreme is one of your favorite bands ever.
Yes. So we get there last night. They had a COVID scare. One of the crew members got sick last year, and they canceled the show. Chris and I went around the corner, had a couple beers, and came home. And then so like yesterday, we meet at like 4:00 outside the theater, and we are all corralled into a little thing. We've got a lanyard and a signed poster as part of the VIP experience, and then we see them do sound check. They played 3 songs that they didn't play at the show. And then did like a big group photo. It was really kind of cool. They're like, listen, we're going to stay away and everything like that, but we'll be up on the stage. We'll bring you in 5, 10 at a time. We don't give a fuck if you get sick. You guys can congregate all together, but we'll be up here.
Y'all herd together. We're way up here.
That was fine. And they were. The funny part was watching the soundtrack. They said, "What do you guys like?" Nuno is, like, "What do you guys want to hear?" And like, the people are like screaming out songs. He's like, "Yeah, we're fucking playing that. Yeah, we're fucking playing that." And then somebody said something from like their 4th or 5th record, and they went. It was fucking cool because then the band's like looking at each other and they go, "Holy fuck, how does that go again?" And they spend the next like 5 to 7 minutes, much like every band I'm in at soundcheck. Can we fucking figure that out real quick? And maybe we'll throw that. And they're all fucking around like, no, go to that part. That's this part, right? And it was really fucking cool to see that, because now I don't feel like a complete asshole when I do a sound check and we do that,
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, it was fun to see that experience, and they all sounded great.
And civilians need to understand that.
Yeah.
Musicians, even though we wrote it and sometimes have played it hundreds of times, it's not like a bicycle. When you like a few years later, when you're like, oh yeah, that song.
Yeah.
I've played 700 songs since then. I don't remember it. Sorry. But there's a trick usually where you're like, oh, the turn from C to G. Yeah. That's where the trick is, and then the whole song gets unlocked.
Yeah. For me, it's a vibe thing. Oh yeah, this is the Queen section, and this is that section.
This is the funky part. Yeah.
This is the chic section, the Nile Rodgers.
And for singers, this is the iPad section, because I have no fucking idea what the lyrics are.
That's true. Yeah.
You only have to learn like probably 8 chords again. I got to go through like 400 words.
Hey, man, I'm a lead singer, too.
I know.
I got to do both, motherfucker.
You got to do both and tell everyone else what to do.
Yeah,
totally.
that whole band leader thing is a bad idea. But it was really fun to watch that and hear the sound check. And
well, come on, for Extreme fans, what were the songs?
Okay, well, they... First of all,
what were the deep cut
First of all,
songs?
Hold on. I'm going to get there.
I'm really excited, man.
No, yeah, well,
I'm there with you with my poster.
Put a towel down.
Gary.
We'll get to it. It's signed. It's going to go up in the office here. First of all, Living Color. We were standing right in front of him. Corey Glover is still a fucking god singer.
Yeah.
The dude is, I remember seeing him as, I think I've mentioned it before, as Judas in stage production of Jesus Christ Superstar. I'd seen Living Color in California. I think it was at the NAMM show or something like that. They did a reunion and then flew home. And my first ex-wife, I have 2 of those at the time. That's the second time she's come up today. Drink. We had tickets to go see Jesus Christ Superstar, and Corey Glover was Judas, and he was fucking amazing in both contexts, rock god and then, musical king, so he was amazing. Vernon Reid, guitar player, I love the way he plays because it's like he is on the edge all the time, and it might careen off, but somehow he's able to keep it on. Also, the venue's fucking open. People are walking in, and he's just walking through. He's like going for a snack or something like that. And he had a hat on. Nobody was fucking. And I was like, holy fuck, there goes Vernon. And he did it. He walked through the crowd to walk into the front door of the theater. At one point in time, I just didn't give a fuck. And they were amazing. They were absolutely amazing. So Extreme. They played. They did a medley of stuff off the first record. They did It's a Monster. They did all the hits from Porno Graffiti. They did Hip Today from Waiting for the Punchline. Of course, they did a bunch of songs from the new record from 6, the album with the gorilla on the front of it. And I want to. So obviously, you've got Gary Cherone, absolutely incredible front man, fucking entertaining to watch, spinning around, climbing shit Like, man is, I don't know how fucking, he's got to be 15 years older than, he's got to be almost 60 at this point, or 50, 50-something years old, 58 years old, something like that. And he's just fucking spry as all hell. They're all a bunch of svelte, muscly fucking rock stars.
Do you want to know how old he is?
Yeah.
62.
Fucking Cherone is 62.
62.
Nuno's
57.
Yeah, I knew that. He was wearing a knee brace last night because I think he just had some surgery and stuff like that. He didn't miss a fucking note. He was amazing. But I'm going to give MVP to bass player Pat Badger because none of those vocal harmonies work without Pat Badger on top. They just don't. He
is there, Michael Anthony.
He is. Okay, so the bass lines were all fucking. They play Get the Funk Out, and he just had that. He's got that growly, fucking thunderous pick bass tone. It's gorgeous. And then they would sing something, and they'd break down to like a 3-part harmony, and he would jump on that top line and it was just anytime he would do it, I would just. My whole face would light up from ear to ear. It's just
stacked vocals.
Yeah, they sounded so good, and to have a 4-piece band sound that big, and with those harmonies, was just it was a fantastic experience. Like that's one of the things that I missed with some of the '80s hair metal was those guys couldn't pull some of that shit off live. Just because it was, 12,000, vocal parts. Looking at you, Def Leppard. Mutt. But you know what I mean? And these 4 fuckers, they had the massive rock quartet sound and vocals going every rounds, alternate parts. They would come in different places and sing. It was just fucking excellent. That was the thing that blew me away. I've seen good guitar players, but the vocals really fucking took it to the next level.
I have a question.
I have a question, Senator.
Excuse me. Hi.
Hi.
No, I have a question here. Could you tell whether or not the vocals were corrected or treated?
Yes.
And did you care?
No.
Okay.
I could tell that they were treated. Okay, so I did take a look at the front of house position. Of course I did. So they had an Avid console, and they had a Rupert Neve preamp back there and a whole Waves suite going on. So there was some treatment and sweetening going on.
Sure.
There were no backing tracks, except they had a couple of horn lines blast through and a couple of, samples and shit like that going with stuff. But the vocals were all real.
Right. Okay. Well, okay. There's a guy on YouTube, Phil, from Wings of Pegasus.
Okay.
And if anyone wants to get into this, you really should go down this rabbit hole. And he is this guy on YouTube. I think his actual YouTube is Wings of Pegasus.
Okay.
But he basically will show you the audio, like,
without the
audio
sweetening
waves of pitch correction.
Uh-huh.
And he's doing it not only on records or whatever, but he's doing it for live shows.
Yeah.
Like in showing you how the vocals will stick to a 440 line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everywhere. And like, humans don't do that. Like, he's like, if you can't hear it, let me show it to you.
Yeah.
And like how it can be really bad sometimes and how it can be subtle. But he's basically proving the point that everybody is really doing it. And like maybe a lot of the artists don't even know.
Yeah. That's happening.
That like front of house is actually processing it before it goes out. Because you don't get the raw a lot of times. But it's an amazing YouTube site to watch. Like some of the best singers, Michael Bublé and things like he'll go through it and show you. And his whole point is like you lose something in the emotion of it, even if it's treated at all. And like why some singers are naturally flat, and that's okay.
Yeah. Robert
some
Plant.
Are naturally sharp. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I just wonder. I wonder if you're seeing that, if you're hearing that at live shows recently, I don't know, especially with older bands, if they're dead on, I'm like, that ain't it.
Yeah, that makes me wonder about.
But the flip side is always like people just ripping Motley Crue because they can't sing anymore.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I think it's okay. So
you paid your money. I want to hear it right.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a line, I think.
There was a real so there was one. So that stuff doesn't bother me. I'm there to enjoy a live experience, and I also want to enjoy it. And pitchy, misdelivered vocalizations and instrumentations. Watching Poison or Bret Michaels fuck up Every Rose Has Its Thorn at Fiddler's Green because he forgot the words to the second verse, and he hadn't been into that really it kind of took me out of the show. And I've watched Kirk Hammett. There's a great fucking, I think it's a TikTok channel of Kirk Hammett's live fails, like him starting like Nothing Else Matters and forgetting the guitar part and like fuck, and then just gets on the mic and goes, fuck, I gotta start. You guys are gonna get to hear it twice now. And it's like, okay, so when it's handled like that, it's one thing, but there's a way to fucking handle it. And if you go see Metallica, you know what you're getting into. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily there because of fucking James Hetfield's vocal prowess. He's another instrument in the band for me. But in a band where the singer is, a focal point of the band, like Motley Crue, Vince Neil is a focal point of the band. Bret Michaels is a focal point of Poison. Michael Bublé, his name's on the fucking marquee. That shit's gotta be right. It's gotta be there.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my opinion.
I find it funny that like it's the interesting thing to me is that it's more off-putting to me when there's someone who is not a great singer anymore or not putting in the work anymore, or not naturally great.
Yeah.
I don't want to go and rip on names, so I won't.
Yeah.
But like not a naturally great singer, but they did some good studio work, and they've never been a great singer live. And now suddenly, you know, when you go see their little tribute act that they're rolling around the country, it's like, oh wow, look at him hitting that note. Good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
But what it really gets me, I think we all know who I'm talking about. But what really gets me is that you have great singers who it's processed the shit out of that it becomes a perfect performance.
Yeah. I don't want that.
And I don't want that.
Yeah.
And I do not want that. Like it's more noticeable to me from great singers when I hear it being processed a little bit, because I'm like, no, this is a color section. Yeah. It's okay if you play a little bit around the notes here. And then I hear it going,
you can hear the adjustment.
I hear it pulling.
Yeah.
You know, when that should be like a sadder flat note. And, you know, and this is all right. This is around the margins. This is for people like you and me. I don't think
I love this
people
idea.
in the audience give a fuck about this. But But like it does bug me then, because I'm like, no, you don't need that. It's a little flat is okay for you.
Yeah.
You know, this guy that's singing Random Band in the 80s.
Random band from the 80s.
Who's in lead singer named band of that band?
I don't know who you could be talking about.
Lack of communication. All right, there you go. That's
you gave it away.
I know.
It's away. There was one thing that I noticed. I'm noticing of late a distinct bitchiness amongst live crowds.
Really?
Oh, well, last night I dealt with a few bitchy individuals. I had a giant group of friends there. There was a whole lot of fucking people there.
Very popular. Yeah.
I'm a very popular man. And so, you know, I ran into a couple of friends in the entryway. Ran into, you know, like just a fuckload of people were there, and we had a good spot kind of in front of the board. We had a little bit of space, and so I invited some friends to come stand and hang out with us. It's general admission show, right? It's GA show. We've been there, you know, since we got the VIP, we got the sound check, so we got this thing. So I've got some people that are, and I like invited some friends. Two people. Invited them to come stand with us, and they walk in. They're like, "Hey, we're coming to stand." I'm like, "Great, come on in." And this lady behind me just goes, "Really?" And I said, "Excuse me?" And she said, "Really? You're going to bring more people down here? We've been standing here longer than them." I was like, "I've been standing here longer than you, and it doesn't matter. Who cares? They're not taller than you. They're not going to be in your way. It's not like I parked you giant behemoth of a human, in front of them."
I didn't St. James it.
And exactly. So they were, and eventually they, like, this woman made them so uncomfortable that they said, "Don't worry about it. We'll leave." And then, you know, like, so I was just like, what? Okay, fuck it, whatever.
And then that lady went and got beer.
I'm not gonna, no, she was standing there the whole fucking night. And then, you know, like, Nuno was playing one of his big, you know, solo pieces. And this was what I like. So he's about to play this absolutely ripping thing that we all know what he's about to do. And he's talking about, he's like, "Where's all the guitar players of the night?" And of course, there's a fuckload of us all like, you know, like, he's like, "I just wanted to, you know, like," he's like, "This isn't success in music, being up here. Putting this fucking instrument that's a joy to play in your hands is success. And if you fucking love it, I just want to throw it out there." And then he said, and at the end of it, as a joke, he said, "Wives, I need you to let your husband buy that extra guitar," right? As a joke, right? And this person behind me goes, "Ugh. What if it's the husband that's not letting the wife buy a guitar?"
Oh, for Christ's sake!
And I turned around and I said, "Nothing." But I was like, "Oh my God!"
Did you shoot her a look?
I did. I gave a little side because it was like, you're just because the
really we have to be inclusive with this little thing.
Yeah, well, it was like, I also understand the sentiment, which is, you know, like, it doesn't matter, like, it, you know, it just happened to be what he said at that moment.
But the joke is husbands.
The joke is husbands.
That's the joke. It's not,
So this person was very offended by the fact that Nuno is was,
or your wife, or your partner, or your loving, you know, for Christ, your boyfriend.
Yeah,
this is not just about marriage. Like, you don't have to go through the list.
You know, I'm a person person that will actively utilize inclusive language because I do believe that, in context it matters. That was not this context, in my opinion.
It was
but
not.
it was the combination of all. Like if it had been one without the other, who gives a shit? There's a certain piece of like whatever. But it was all of it, all night long, was this person that was just looking for reasons to fight with people.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
People suck, dude. I've been out there.
I
was out there last night.
Yeah.
By the way, there were a bunch of people. You know who has the worst job in the world? As a hostess.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Or a host, or a hoster, or what, you know. But like, as people come in dressed up to this nice restaurant without a fucking reservation.
Yeah.
Like thinking that they're going to be able to get in, and they're like, "Do you have a reservation?" And they're like, "No." Well, okay. Well, it's going to be a few hours, and then they leave in a huff. They make them feel like it's their fault that you couldn't just walk in and eat somewhere, and then in a nice restaurant, not just like a casual place. And so, I saw so many assholes last night that I was just like, I don't know about going out.
I think it's an entitlement thing. Like, I wonder if it's like, we survived. We're entitled to everything now.
Yeah, is it post-COVID brain, you think?
I don't know. Okay, so I listened to...
But like, think about this. Think about this. If Nuno would have said, hey, this is not what this is about, being a guitarist or whatever, being up on stage. It's about putting the guitar in your hand. You're a success that way.
Yeah.
Hey, husbands, make sure that your wife can buy that extra guitar.
Yeah. Wouldn't have landed.
That fucking sounds stupid.
It wouldn't
like
have
the
landed.
majority is not that, and that would be uber inclusive, right?
Yeah.
Or like, I see what he did there, and it's kind of like if you take the opposite of what he said, and you were going to please this one woman in the side corner, and then she would be like, yes, that's what I'm talking about, because I bet you anything she doesn't have a guitar. She's just thinking that she should be inclusive. And like so many people get angry on the behalf of others that don't necessarily exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
That, like they're, the rest of the room was like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. 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 It's,
like if she actually was a guitarist and was like, well, he left me out of the conversation.
Yeah.
I would almost be like, okay, lady, that's great. But that's not probably what happened.
Yeah. I think I did say something about I believe that's included in the sentiment of the expression,
right?
And
right.
and this was like something like that. I tried to be a little bit me about it, not like totally like fuck you about it.
Totally, I would have been all bitch.
Yeah. No, it was just. But
I'm sorry. Let me be inclusive to you.
Yeah.
You're also an asshole.
Is that term is
that's gender inclusive? Yeah, anybody can be an asshole to me.
I think anybody can be a dick or as well.
Or a cunt.
Yep.
Cunty, cunt.
We're gonna earn that tag, that explicit tag today. That's funny.
That's right. Does this episode have explicit content?
Yes, it does. Is it
cunt,
on YouTube? Is this content made for children? It is not.
I know. You may hear this podcast and you probably just heard a bunch of beep, 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 beep. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
I love that. That's when we make reference to somebody, we don't want to say their name on the thing. It's like, like this isn't. The few people like that. Shout out to Juliana again for giving us a recap from last week's episode.
Again. Totally.
The last point.
I love that we have a live listen along with Juliana in the morning when podcasts come out, where I get a text about what it was. I was like, oh shit, did we talk about that?
The last sentence that she wrote, which was, nobody's buying their dildos with Apple Pay. I was like, is that something we?
I didn't even know if we said that, but I'm like, I guess that's true. I don't know if that's true, but I will take your word for it.
A random factoid she's just throwing out to us.
Yeah. And her dismount's always, okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Yeah.
I love that. That's when you're done texting with her.
It's
great.
It's when she's done texting you.
Yes, that's when
and
she's
usually
done.
It's about 3 sentences in, and she's got other shit to do. Is Kelsey in today? I can't see the booth.
She is.
Oh,
she's wondering when we're going to get to these topics.
Are we
going to spin the wheel? Which of the three do you want to get into? What do you like?
I'm opening it up so I can look at it again. Ooh.
We have so many things.
So many things.
Kelsey has her opinion, but I don't think she cares.
Chart metric stuff.
By the way, here's another thing I heard last night before we get into this topic while you're looking at it. Whenever I hear no disrespect or
here comes
no
something
offense,
disrespectful.
Here comes something disrespectful. You absolutely are disrespecting something.
When I was
no
a kid,
disrespect, but that chick is horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
No offense.
But you're
that
horrible.
guy, he smells. That's offense.
Do you know what's funny is that's the equivalent of when I my older generation as a kid saying things like not to be racist, but it's like you're about to be.
I'm
you're
not
about
a racist, but
exactly. Yeah, that just fuck off.
Yeah,
you're going to.
Because what it really means, I realized this in this conversation last night. What it really means is, don't get mad at me for what I'm about to say.
Because I'm about to say something shitty.
Yeah, here it is.
Jeez.
It's like the Bill Burr thing where he was like, sitting in a restaurant with someone and he was on a date with someone and they said, look, I don't mean to be racist, but he's like, oh, please tell me what you're about to say. I can't wait for what you're about to say.
Yeah.
But she basically was like, there are a lot of Asians in this restaurant.
Oh my God.
And he's like, yeah. It's a Chinese restaurant. There are a lot of Asians in this restaurant. He's like, and it wasn't even like a racist thing, like not saying, look at all these Asians taking up all these tables and eating food. Like it's not a racist thing to say. Yeah. There are a lot of Asians in this Asian restaurant.
Yeah.
It was kind of anyway. I heard that last night. No disrespect.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, here it comes.
What's Kelsey's choice for us to talk about today? In regards to
she thinks, I don't know.
You don't know.
She's saying.
The Pandora thing's
Stu's
interesting.
Choice.
Stu's choice.
Yeah.
Stu's choice.
There are 3.
Yeah. Chart metric numbers.
One's fun, one's data, one's a lawsuit.
Yeah. Let's go with the fun one.
All right. Let's go with the fun one.
Yeah.
So, band tech.
Yeah.
Man, Kelsey hates this one. What is the stack that you use for your band scheduling? And I think this is important. I saw this I got into a big conversation with a bunch of people in the tribute band community about what the fuck is your problem with being able to figure out scheduling, how you contact the rest of the band members? Okay, so for a lot of the civilian population out there listening, a lot of times you say you got 5 members of a band and there's probably more, whether or not you have roadies or managers, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But so you get an offer on the table and you're like, okay, we got an offer for this place. It's on the 26th. It's 3 hours. This is the offer. This is the number.
Yep.
Is everybody cool with that? Are we good? Are you open?
Yeah.
So, especially when you're booking a lot of times you got to check in with everyone to make sure that they don't have a vacation planned or there wasn't a night that they had planned or something like that. But how do you go about that with the bands you're in? Do you have a Slack? Do you have a Google Calendar? Do you text? Is it all of the above?
It's all of the above. Yeah. It is all of the above. I have a Google Calendar that I ask people to put their days off, because everybody's professional working musician. So, if I'm booking, whether I'm booking my corporate project or I'm booking one of the original projects I'm in, I have calendars for different bands. Yeah. And one of the things that happens is if I've got some, things set up that if this, then that kind of, automations that if I post something on this calendar, it goes to all of them that I'm booked.
Right.
So, but, it even like, it happens where, people do not, they book something and forget to put it on the calendar, and you just
this is our concern.
Yeah. And so it's going to happen. So you just suck it up and deal with it, Buttercup, because people are people and they're going to make mistakes and go, oh shit, I'm not available that night. So I have redundancies and Department of Redundancy departments and, I'm waist deep in backups because of that.
This is what I would say is that most often in the projects that I work on, I will build all these things out, spend all of the time, and explain it to everyone. There's always one person who doesn't really know how to use the technology.
Yeah.
Like if you get into a band that has a Slack and there's someone who does not know how to use Slack, it's worthless.
Yeah.
Because you still got one person left out. Or you do like a Google Calendar that auto-generates across all of your calendars and then sends a notification and the blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Inevitably, the drummer will not go in and put his goddamn schedule down.
Yeah.
Or a lot of people don't really understand how the like longitude of it, of like, it's February. I need to know what your July is like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like not just next 2 weeks. Like I'm booking 6 months in advance.
Booking a year and a half in advance at this point.
Yeah. So you got to kind of know, and you got to kind of have a feel for your band members or the players that you hire to understand if they're sort of down for, if I call you up and I'm like, hey, we got November 21st. Everybody cool?
Yeah.
That like whatever they would have booked, that takes the precedent. The gig takes the precedent once they say yes.
Yeah. Well, I've got.
But then I always say that like I build all these systems and they end up having to text someone or call them anyway.
Yeah. That's why I have both. Yeah. I have group threads. They're all labeled and named in the magic mirror. Depending on what project it is. But again, it's one of those things where the only person I can really manage is me. And as long as I do what I need to do...
That's very healthy, Stu.
Well, I have a very good therapist. No, it's like essentially at the end of the day, I have to manage my schedule. And if I make a mistake, that's on me. If somebody else makes a mistake, that's not on me. That's on them. Now, it might be fucking annoying, but I still have to manage myself even in that moment and be like, okay, I'm going to just fucking deal with it. Because I've had people like I'm saying, hey, are you ready to do this thing this weekend? What thing this weekend?
Yeah, that's okay. This is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to get into. Is that do you on Friday text everyone of like, so I'll see you at 6 for sound check? Because so often there's somebody that's like, what, tonight? I thought it was the 21st.
Yeah.
Check the goddamn calendar.
And so I will do the way that it works is I've got agents that do some things depending on which project I'm working with. I've got an agent that sends me a request. I text everybody. I say, you have 1 hour to get back to me. If I don't hear back from you in an hour, I'm moving on to the next person. My backups, which I can do in that project. If I'm like doing an original thing, I tend to ask for 24 hours to confirm.
Yeah.
Just because I know they're going to be fucking people like, oh, sorry, I was in the bathtub with a bucket of cheese. And,
rubber ducky.
Rubber ducky. It's not a rubber ducky. Something not bought with Apple Pay.
No one buys rubber ducky dildos with Apple Pay.
So what I do is I make sure I do my due diligence with people and booking and tech, and they will get a detail sheet 2 weeks prior to the event that says, this is what's going on. Please respond to this email and let me know you've received it. And if I don't get
so you use email.
I use email as well. And if I don't get a confirmed from everybody in whatever project, like the person that doesn't confirm gets a phone call from me.
Yeah.
And all in all, the whole process of doing that takes 20 minutes. It's not a huge amount of time. Total of 20 minutes, a minute here, a minute there, a minute this, like that kind of thing. It doesn't take that long to do that. But if I'm doing it 50 times a week,
Yeah.
That's a whole lot more.
It is a whole lot. And, the thing is, I've covered some startups who want to solve this problem, tech people. And they're like, okay, well, what we do is we have a band management app.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then the band manager puts it all in there, and it sends you notifications, and you get into the app. And I just, every time I'm like,
nope.
That's not going to work.
Because there's that one guy.
It's another thing that they have to learn and update and the blah. Like, I get why you want to do it and put if-thens, and, like, it's just not going to work. You have to have redundancies. But so do you use anything outside of... calendars, email, text, like, is there any weird thing that you use? Do you have group text? Like, do you have band group texts?
We have band group texts. Yeah.
That really helps.
It does. And being able to do that.
Back in the day, you had to go one by one by one by one.
Yeah. One by one. Oh, that's nice. That's,
one by one, I want to text that gig tonight.
Perfect. There's our song. For those of you that aren't aware of how sync works, Cocksucker would not have fit into that song. No, it's I think it's everything. And if you're trying to run something like this, the more you consistently work with the same people, the more you recognize which person's going to be a fucking problem. And like I was talking to a friend of mine about. They're dealing with some drama in a project because one of the people in the project is having a hard time physically keeping up with. Like we'll say things like, "We're not playing that song again because I can't do it twice." And there's a problem. And me or you, if we have a problem with a person like that, or they're consistently not responding to things, I don't give a fuck how great you are as a musician. If you're a problem for me, you will not work with me.
There's so many more,
and because there's so many more, and it's like the three things are it's competence, character, and chemistry. And competence is the last item on my list because if we vibe as people and there's chemistry there, and you are also able to, you have enough character to respond to me in a reasonable fashion and make your efforts. You don't have to match mine totally, but at least match it. Kind of, like get close, do your due diligence and confirm things, put it on your calendar, and that kind of stuff. Then the other piece I can take care of. I can almost teach you to be a better musician. I can get you to the competence piece. I can't teach the other two. And if I don't have that in this, and the first thing that happens is if I'm reaching out to somebody and doing an audition with like, hey, I'm looking for singers, I need 2 YouTube links of you performing and in a direct message within the next 45 minutes with your name, contact info, email address, and any website. I've given several pieces of information in there. I need YouTube videos, I need your contact info, and I need it in a direct message. And if I get a bunch of comments saying, tell me more about this, I'm like, you're fucking out of here. You didn't read the directions.
What's your email?
Yeah, what's your email? That's not what I said.
I just gave you
the instructions, and you didn't read them. And that's my first, because I get to make those decisions. And I think that's part of the conversation that gets missed is at a certain point, it's not just about I need something to manage this. The other people have to manage their shit too, and if they're not going to do that, you cannot make them, and you will not force them to do that.
Yeah, and if you start off on that,
get the fuck out.
It's not going to get better.
Yeah,
when it gets more complicated, that's pretty easy. I would add another C to your list there.
Is it cunt again?
Be cool. Be cool.
Yeah, be cool.
That's half of it. Just be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're late, be cool. If other people are late, be cool.
Yeah.
If the manager, if the venue owner is bad, if a fans, you got to be cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That takes care of half of the shit.
Yeah.
Be cool if I need something right away. If I need a yes from you, be cool.
Yeah.
And you got to just hit me back.
And the same thing is true with
don't be passive aggressive and shit. Just hit me back.
The same thing is true with us as the managers of that. And I know sometimes it's challenging to be cool. I've lost my cool on. The only reason I've lost my cool is when I didn't get what I asked for several times. I did one gig. There's two examples of this. Number one, I was running a sound check at a big theater. It was my project. It was the Stu Miller and his moderately sized orchestra. So I have 13 people on stage.
Right.
And I told the lead guitar player and the keyboard player, I told everybody, I'm running the sound check. If you are noodling while I'm trying to run the sound check, I will unplug your instrument and I will ask you not to come back. Mm-hmm. You know, I wasn't going to be that dramatic. I will turn you off. I will turn off your amp. I will unplug your guitar, and you will not be allowed to touch it until I'm done. And every time you noodle after that point, I'm going to bill you $100 for wasting my time. I had two guys on stage who wouldn't stop fucking noodling, and I turned their instruments off. And I said, shut the fuck up or get the fuck off my stage. I was totally like full diva.
No, that's not diva. You were clear about your expectations. Yeah. They broke them.
And the other one was I was doing a gig where I was
clear about disrespecting you. That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah.
I was clear. And you're clear that you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're done here.
So we'll go to the next level here.
The other one was I was fronting a thing, and I said, listen, there's 3 songs on this set list that I cannot play and sing at the same time. I'm a lead singer. You guys are the guitar players. I'm going to be focused this way. And I had to keep stopping the show to make sure one of my 2 musicians could play the parts that I had asked them to learn. And we hit one song in the night, and I turned around, I was like, you guys ready? And they literally did the Spider-Man meme where they pointed at each other, like, and you know, didn't have the parts down. And I lost my shit. I said, I asked you guys for one fucking thing, and you didn't do it. Right. So I pulled my amp box out, I plugged the guitar in, and I fucked my way through this song and sang it at the same time. You know, it was just, and it was like, so again, the character piece of that, if you can't manage the small piece of scheduling and working with me as I've chosen to work a very efficient process, right, I can't trust you to do that thing I need you to do at a live show.
Brutal.
Brutal.
It's just brutal, dude. It just pisses me off so much. I want to fire him right now.
I will give them a degree of the grace here. One of the gentlemen was dealing with some really extreme familial issues at the time, and the other gentleman had some similar things going on, but they kind of told me it was going on, but said they no, we definitely want the gig,
no problem,
you know. And so it did turn out to be a problem, and I now know better from these people. If they tell me something's going on, I may go, listen, I need you to take care of that because I can't have you on my event.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be no different in any other job. Mm-hmm. I mean, and it's...
Go home.
You got to get it... Yeah.
It doesn't,
okay, we got another guy.
I got another guy, and it's not like... I mean, I would much... The thing that
or girl. Or they.
The thing that says to me
the lady standing behind
standing over my left shoulder. It's like I could just feel my ears just on fire. She's glaring at them. But the thing, if somebody says to me, I'm available that date, or somebody comes to me and says, hey, I don't think I can do this. Yeah, that's going to signal to me that they have more integrity and character, the kind of integrity and character that I need in my project. Because I would be like,
that's also being cool.
That's also being cool, and I would care more that you take care of yourself than and go. Yeah. I know I don't have the bandwidth for this today. I can figure it out.
It's respecting you. It's respecting the fans. It's respecting the client.
Absolutely.
Whatever. Yeah, okay. So. Very quickly, I also think that, so when it comes to band tech and comms and all the rest of it, not only is timely, that's part of it, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to be able to at least know that you're looking at your phone every now. I'm sorry, I know you want to go off the grid or whatever, but if you're in the music industry, you got to kind of check your shit. You got to check your phone. You got to check your email. You got to check the Google, whatever.
Yeah.
So But I think it's really important that it is not an excuse to not know how to use any of this. Oh, I don't know how to get into my Gmail so I can check the calendar. How does that work or whatever? Go fucking YouTube it.
Yeah.
Seriously, you're an adult. You play an instrument. You learned how to play an instrument. You know all of those notes and tech around that and your pedals and how the, like if you know how to do that, you can figure out a Google Calendar. And so because I've had some people that were involved that were like, all they would do is use Facebook Messenger. And I'm like, I will not use that.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, but that's what I use. I'm like, well, great. Go start your own project.
Yeah.
But like, this is the way we do it over here.
Yeah.
So don't get too into the tech weeds, but you got to know how to use them and check in with stuff and be cool, man.
I agree.
Be cool.
There's a degree of onus, not anus, onus on the people involved in the project to manage their shit so that they can be part of the thing, right? I mean, I've got a couple of musicians that are self-professed Luddites. Like, I don't know how that works. And I'm like, okay, I said, it's up to you to figure it out. I mean, I can give you, if you'd like to get on my $300 an hour tech course, I'm happy to show you.
Right, right.
But
God, I feel like that's so worthless because then they come back and they ask anyway. Kills me.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to Sync of the Week.
Yes, sir.
That is the topic. Sync of the Week. I'll go first here. Give you a little time.
Oh no, I have mine up because I believe it's from the same show this week.
Oh, really?
I just started it.
I got a double shot.
I think it's between you. I think you're on a later episode than I am. I just started it, and there was a lovely placement within the first 15 minutes of the beginning of the show.
There are a lot of lovely placements in this show.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll go.
Yes.
Well, wait a minute. I don't know if I'll ruin the whole show for you.
You won't ruin the whole show for me. You can't ruin anything for me. I decide how I feel about things.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Learn how to work a Google Calendar.
Let me tell you how that makes me feel when you decide. All right. So mine is from Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yay.
Or Ms. Or Miss. Sorry. That lady's going to bug me all day long.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that in your bio.
No, that's her fault. That's not your fault. No, it's her fault. Again, why would you go out in this world and spread that negative energy? Don't be that person. Don't be that cunty cunt. Okay, so mine is from Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It's the brand new series. Donald Glover is behind it, basically on Amazon Prime. It is a super fun,
absolutely
reboot, but a reimagining of the show, of the movie that you may remember from Bradley Pitt and Angelina Jolie, of sort of CIA people who are married or thrown into a married couple, and they both don't really know what's going on. Yeah. And hijinks ensue. Is that fair?
It's fair. Hijinks
I think that's a pretty good. How's that for a log line?
Like, put that on the dust jacket, you know.
So mine is actually from the finale because I'm done. I loved. Look. It's got its bumps. This is not perfect, but it's season 1. I don't know how it's going to go from here. But mine is short and sweet from Brittany Howard. Yeah. It's in the finale. Brittany Howard, she of Alabama Shakes fame, has a new solo record out, and she's basically a solo artist now. She's a multiple Grammy winner, but Brittany Howard is fantastic, and you should get into her music. There's a great song called Short and Sweet that really, really sets the tone for this scene. Jen Malone is the music supervisor. Is that who you got?
Yep, that's who I got as a soup as well. Jen Malone.
Yeah, and Jen Malone is great. Jen has won a lot of awards. She's very much a person that is forefront in female independent music supervision. Yes. She does great branding for all of that sort of thing. And she worked on Euphoria. She worked on a whole bunch. She's worked on like a bunch of great stuff that you will definitely know. And not the least of which was Atlanta, which is sort of the connection with Donald Glover. Yeah. So, yeah. Fantastic. So there you go, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That is mine, short and sweet. Brittany Howard. Stu.
Mine is the first right in the way in the first episode was the beautiful juxtaposition of Patsy Cline's "You Belong to Me" with a murdered human. That I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed that. And leading.
So to be clear, Stu is watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith as well on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, and I love the way it's shot. It's very very stark, which I enjoy. Very much reminds me of the early Bourne kind of, aesthetic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was my placement was in episode 1 was "You Belong to Me" by Patsy Cline. The way that it kind of you get this mystery set up, and then you get into how these two characters, your protagonists, are put together, and what that song is about, and how they manage the. I don't want to give anything away about, because in the movie version, Brad Lee Pitt, I believe that's his name, the guy with the nice face, and
he's okay looking,
and Angelina John Voight, Angelina Voight. Yeah, that's it.
She could have gone so far if she was a little better looking, a little more statuesque.
Yeah, I mean, if they were a little bit more like they were carved out of marble.
Both terrific actors.
Yes, but anyway, they're legit married and know each other and have been in a long-term relationship in the movie. It's a little different with the TV show, and I really liked this song butting up against how they build into that, like how that relationship forms between the two protagonists.
Yeah,
that's what I enjoyed about it. So, that was the same show. I'm glad that we're both. I mean, network television is about to kick off here in a couple of weeks. Now that Super Bowl's done, we're about to get into a new season of all your majors, your ABCs, your CBS, your NBC shows. So I'm looking forward to The Rookie coming back, because we all know how in love with Nathan Fillion I am.
Yeah.
So there'll be a lot.
That's some foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Look out there.
Yeah. Got a lot of shit coming up. I'm looking forward to all that. Well, one of the last syncs I had from network television was Mountain Song by Jane's Addiction on the finale of that show last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking love it. Anyway, so lots of cool shit coming up on the televisions. I'm excited.
And Jen Malone is the music supervisor for Mr. and Mrs. Smith on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
All right, let's wrap this sucker up.
Oh, boy.
Hey, everybody, make sure to check out StuMillerMusic.com, StuMillerMusic.com. He, for all of your mixing needs, for all your production needs, produce a record with him.
Yep.
Look out the summer, man. Look out the summer in that beautiful studio.
I'm getting close to being full. So
getting closer to
I'm going to make sure and take a middle of the day off so we can go get tacos.
Tacos and tequila, and we're probably going to live stream that, y'all.
Ooh, that's
it's coming.
Gonna be fun.
It's happening. Thank you to all the YouTube subscribers. Yep. We love you all. Remember to rate and subscribe. Give us 5 stars. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell. Ding!
Leave a filthy comment.
Filthy. Over on Apple Music.
We approve all of them.
We can get them all rejected. That would be fantastic. You can follow us anywhere you follow people at 2ShotsMusicPod with the number 2 at 2ShotsMusicPod. You can also email us 2ShotsMusicPod@gmail.com. 2ShotsMusicPod@gmail.com. And I don't think I've missed out anything. Anything else, Kelsey?
She's on TikTok
Kelsey says,
again.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, totally. She's on TikTok. So until we see you next time, make sure to write a great song, take care of yourself and others, and we love you so much. We'll talk to you next time.
Love you, bye.
Goodbye.